feels like it is.
So I'm hearing we got another game going now? Cool.
2 Pathfinder games a week.
Yes.
I mean, I'm down.
I'm gonna have to abstain. 'Cause that
No,
would
you're
mean I
not.
would be playing 5 days a week.
What, you make it sound like that's a bad thing.
Yeah, sounds like some weakness.
Buddha, you would die if you played 5 games a week.
I think I
We're
did
just
at
dying on
point.
1 game a week.
2.
2?
Yeah, because you count mine.
Oh, yeah, and Suzanne's game.
What
Yeah.
the hell, Cam? Jeez.
It's Booter's birthday. You gotta
Damn.
give him mercy.
Fucking back to back right there.
Anyway,
okay,
we're
Booter.
live. Also, hi, Jess.
Hi, Jess.
Hi, Jess.
Hi, Jess.
Hello, Jess.
Wow, everyone just copied me.
I said it first!
Yeah, but I said it better.
True.
Hey, Mia remembered Booter.
I think she's watching stream.
Woo!
Hey, we can pretend.
All right.
Anyway, we're here. We are going to be missing one of our players, unfortunately. You know, real life stuff happens, so we'll be missing our wizard friend. He's off researching how the best way to rip off people's faces are for magic science purposes.
Can't believe they got Alex.
Again.
But yes, it's been a couple weeks because we just something keeps happening. Hopefully that won't continue. Hopefully Paizo respects our stream time going forward. But last where we left off, you guys had received... Oh no, that was actually 2 sessions before, I think. So you guys made way from Jalmaray. You had an interesting encounter with some wizard keeping low who had some strange and somewhat devious magic. And then he finally returns to Absalom for the first time in game, probably in like 6-7 months, something like that. But for the players, first time in like over a year.
Pretty sure in game, my mom stated it had been like over a year since she last saw me or something.
Home
Oh, I
sweet
don't think so.
home.
Because the biggest time jump was the 3 months you guys were stuck on the island and had to build a ship. Might be a little bit longer than that. I don't know. I don't keep track of time. It's been a hot minute regardless. Sorry, like my belly is like deciding like, do I want to belch again or not? I'm trying to suppress that if I can. So, once you guys arrived, you sold your you paid someone unwillingly to keep your elephants.
I paid them to take care of it, yeah. Until we go back for him.
That's definitely not how that works. You pay them to take care of your elephant and then abandoned it.
Yeah,
In
it's
a
place where
stable,
they take care of it.
at an inn that doesn't take care of elephants, no less.
Well, they can start learning.
They said they would take care of my big horse.
It's not a horse.
Seems like a big horse to me.
They don't even have the same number of toes.
Oh, what are you, some kind of horse expert, man? Come on.
Horses don't have toes.
Yes, yes, they do actually.
Yes, they do.
I do.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do.
You're a fool.
Okay.
Lee's just like, are they gaslighting me? I don't know.
Well, I've been around horses, like, and I've seen their hooves. Last time I checked, they don't have toes, unless.
Alicia missed
They-
the update. LMAO.
Yeah, real world update. Horses now have toes. Only 2 big toes, though. But after that, you guys made your way to the coins for some lunch, and then to the shoreline where, with a little bit of misunderstanding, Sylvanas has found out that Greg is alive. And has been helping keep Sylvanas' mom in good health and helping her business, and they have been platonically not even living together, just helping each other out. And then Fidget and Everett went to go get fish, and we learned a little bit about Everett's backstory. So, y'all have your fish stew, soup, whatever it was. And you guys have a nice long rest. So now we're going to move the game into a more open time frame. You've slept in your armor, Sylvanas.
Oh no, fuck.
It's so embarrassing.
Shame! Shame!
Why'd I have to remove my armor every fucking time? This is stupid.
You don't. Just remove it. Armor stank. Oof. Grody. So it's not quite downtime, but you guys are able to take time as much as necessary to, predominantly try to locate and make contact, I think, is the first thing you guys are intending to do with the cult. I don't know. You guys can roleplay your battle planning. However you want to do it. But the narrative is open to y'all. You can go where you want, do what you want. Let me what y'all want to know, or what want to do here in the in Absalom.
Alrighty. Well, where do we want to start? I can try where I originally found them. Or we can try just snooping around, see if someone's seen something. It's hard, though, in this city. Things can get easily lost.
Looks at cult hunting skills that I don't have.
Hey Cam.
Mm-hmm.
For the purposes of this, specifically the middle paragraph there of like so rumor stuff,
Mm-hmm.
is this considered a metropolis?
Yes.
God, fuck. DC 40.
Yeah, this
possible.
is the biggest city in the world.
It is possible. I need a 14 or higher on the die.
Well,
do
the
it.
DC might be affected depending on the kind of rumor you're trying to sow.
That's fair. If you ever need it, I could try and convince the population to at least stay away from a certain area to reduce civilian casualties. We ever do something there?
That's true.
Well,
Well, the plan you were getting at was you were going to spread a rumor that would bring the cult to us.
And I could also do that.
let me give you some reframing, or not reframing, but like for Fidget, how you joined the followers of Lisanessa, or at least as it was known at the time. They are very common. I shouldn't say very common. They are relatively easy to find in the puddles. They tend to deal with a lot of people who have been, overly affected by the water. Azarketi also seemed to be a primary target for the various individuals. You were relatively new around the time you started this adventure. Getting enough of the rundown and kind of knowing Lisanessa. And also, I can't remember, was Lisanessa your first god, or was it... God, it's been so long since we've heard your other
La
god.
Mancha?
La Mancha, yeah.
La Mancha. I think Lucinessa would have been her first because it's a water-based god. And she would have picked up La Mancha afterwards. Because wind and sailing.
Okay. So you were probably, you probably knew about them, but at the time, at the very least, it was mostly just about learning about Lisanessa. The Mother of Tides and the god of currents and change and all that kinds of stuff like that. Going to the puddles will probably be the most likely area that you're to find their influence.
She reiterates all of this. Like, the puddles might be our best bet if we're looking for the cult directly. My only concern is if we start spreading rumors to get the cult to come to us, infiltrating it will be harder. And if they know that we are aware of what they're doing, they might not be so forthcoming with a lot of things that they wish to talk about.
Is the cult particularly particular about its members?
I'm sorry, what was the last part?
Are they particular about their members?
Not that I've seen. The Azarketi are usually attempted to be recruited, but they don't force it on anyone. At least they didn't when I joined.
No, much of their message was for those who are kind of downtrodden, down on their luck. The Mother of Currents was a god that could help people kind of change their lot in life, change their path, as it were. They oftentimes look to the downtrodden.
So we should go and be downtrodden.
What would I know about the underwater section of the city on the cliffside under Absalom?
There's not much you know. Anyone from Absalom knows that it's a place they've heard that the Azarketi tend to spend time in, but it's nowhere you would have ever gone. Obviously. So, there's rumors that it is just, a dilapidated ruin from a long bygone era. There's rumors that it is a place where the Azarketi kind of have their own little kind of city in a sense. But for those who cannot breathe underwater, it is nothing but just a vague place of reference.
Ah, breathe underwater, huh? Fidget also throws out the mention of the underwater section. It might be a bit more exploring, but that could also be a potential place we could check out. But the puddle seems our best bet if we're looking for the cult head on.
Well, it does drastically narrow our search, at least.
Thank you, ATM, please, for the sub.
Well, if we've got no other options, we can start there.
Yeah, let's start there.
Should
Alright.
I sow a rumor at all?
Sure, if you want.
Listen, out of character, I've had this since level 2. Haven't used it once. I'm kind of desperate to use it.
Alright, go ahead.
Do it.
Goes.
I don't know what I would do.
You could sow a rumor that I'm just like the coolest person in all of Absalom.
You could sow a rumor that the great champion of Lisa Nessa has returned.
And that it's Sprite.
Yeah, sure, we'll do that. Let's do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
This is gonna be interesting.
We gotta have the subterfuge underway. We gotta make them believe it's Sprite. That way the rest of us can infiltrate.
Yeah.
Nice. I can't wait to blaspheme a god.
Oh no.
I don't know if she can do much. She's currently trapped.
True.
Yeah, but I feel like Sprite can like get her to hate him enough that she can do something.
And maybe that's what breaks her out of her prison.
Hey, you guys are the ones forcing me to blaspheme.
True.
Well. Sylvanas is sowing rumors. Sprite, do you want to help me put this pillow fort away?
Yes.
As we've obviously slept in a pillow fort on the floor.
I dive back into it and have no intention of putting it away.
We just have Mr. Piddles like peeking out from under a blanket in the corner.
Oh.
Okay, well then we can get started after you're done with your ability to get people's attention. For our benefit, at least.
Mm-hmm. If I focus my efforts in one particular part of town, will it reduce the DC cam?
Yeah. If you
Okay.
want to do just to one of the quarters, I'll say they'll be equivalently like a city in size.
Oh, much more manageable. Yeah, let's just narrow it down to just the puddles.
I think you're a coward.
All right, fine. Fuck you. You know what? For your birthday, the entire city. I don't care.
Guys, we're all gonna blow all of our hero points until this succeeds.
Oh.
All right.
You've disappointed me.
I
Help
was
with
going
this?
to say I'll give this a bonus for Booter's birthday.
Oh my god. Let's go.
So what's exactly the rumor?
Exactly what we said earlier. Or the champion of Lysanessa has arrived in the city in the form of Sprite. His little not prank, but situation with the big horse, sorry, was merely a test on the population here.
And if they sold the elephant, they failed.
His words, not mine.
Okay, so
I can't wait for Sprite to have to remember the lessons that he learned from Fidget from like a really long time ago.
all right. So the
Not
rumor
happening.
is there's a champion of Listenessa whom is here. It is Sprite with all Sprite's descriptors. And they're testing the city with the big horse.
I mean, that might not be the only way he tests, but it was one of them.
And one of the ways he's testing the city, what is the purpose of the tests?
I don't know.
To prove
For
they
some
can adapt.
unknown reason. Okay.
I was gonna say to prove to that people can adapt and change like the tides.
Oh my god, so true. Go off, Queen.
Ask
Yes.
Listenessa. Yeah, Listenessa? That's the one?
Yeah.
Ask Listenessa. She's the one testing through me.
You don't question gods.
To see if the population can grow and change. Or adapt.
Okay. Well, so you'll be spending a day going around whispering to various people about this new herald. And what's everyone else doing on the day? Or are you just waiting to see what happens?
I would like to finally use up the green manta shell pieces we have, and I would like to forge some armor and try to make it look fish-like for Sprite. Or craft some armor to look fish-like so Sprite has the appearance of a champion.
Okay. Sure.
With accompanying corgi armor.
I will see how well I do on the rolls. Because I only have 10 gold's worth. I don't know. Is there a cost for like Sprite size armor?
There is actually a cost, reduced cost for crafting tiny stuff, I believe.
Would that be in the armor section?
No. Let's see. Well, okay, are you trying to actually make a specific kind of armor, or are you just making a fancy looking thing?
I'm making something that looks fancy.
Okay, we don't need to worry about it necessarily. I'll just give you a bonus of +1 to the crafting check for every 5 gold you spend.
Alrighty.
Do you want me to help?
Sure, if you want.
Okay, sweet.
How much would it cost in total to craft this? Because I have like 10 gold's worth of materials.
I would say, due to the difficulty, I'll say it's a gold.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and start with the Sprite's armor. And if I'm successful in this and I have time, we'll make one for Mr. Piddles.
Do you want
and
50 gold?
I'm going to be spending... Or wait, and how are you helping? Are you helping with crafting or are you supplying gold?
I can do both.
Alright, I'll leave that up to you how much you want to do.
Do you want 50 gold?
Sure, why not? Let's make this fancy.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
up to a maximum of +4.
Ah, cringe.
I want a +100 to this roll. I will aid with crafting by standing still and letting myself be a model for the size.
Alrighty. So, 40 gold.
Yeah.
20 gold.
Okay, that's 60 in total.
No, it's just 20 gold for the +4.
Oh, sorry, for every 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd only be removing 20 gold, Everett.
Okay.
Alright, I got a +4 to this.
I give you +2.
Hey, that makes it a 29. And
Okay.
then, oh, I didn't add the +4 as well.
So.
So that would have been 33.
33. Okay. The piece you craft looks rather eccentric. It's of very good quality. A bit expensive since you had to invest in a lot of just materials wholesale, but after a day of crafting, you've made for sprites a set of like you describe, what does armor look like?
Very fish-like in detail. There is some of the shell pieces have been fashioned to look like fins sticking up out of their forearm portions of the armor. There are gloves that look like they're webbed. Even comes with a little helmet which has like the I forget what they're called. They're like the whiskers on a catfish. But if there's a fish-like description, she can do that. There's scale details, a very nice little belt holding it all together.
I feel valiant. You modeled it after the strongest creature we know.
Mm-hmm. And now you can go face them again.
I quickly shake my head and say, no. I'm not looking to lose again.
You wouldn't be losing. You could defeat them now. Aren't you much stronger?
I know that fish. It would never stay stagnant.
Somewhere in this world, there's a level 20 fish just waiting for you.
Oh god.
Level 20 trout.
Champion of Pazuzu.
Well, then it would be a level 20 flying fish.
It's a flying trout, the worst.
Yeah.
No. Now we need to make the matching armor for Mr. Piddles.
That'll take me another day, but I could do it. I don't know. It depends on how many days Sylvanas needs.
It says I just need one, but Cam can adjust it however he pleases.
You can just let the rumors percolate a bit.
That's fair.
Oh my goodness, Sylvanas, you're back.
It seemed to have worked.
Look at my armor.
Ooh. Fancy. Yeah,
I punch Sylvanas in the shin.
roll the attack.
Ooh,
Alright, guess we'll get some sleep and then we'll start crafting tomorrow.
forgot I'm good at this now.
Hits.
I'm surprised that hits.
I have
To be fair,
35
it's not
AC.
going to do a metric ton of damage.
Oh, fuck. Ow.
And I raise my arms victoriously and yell, "Ah!"
That'd
I'm as
kill
strong
an
as a
average
fish!
person.
Alright, get over here, show me the bruise. She's like just putting crafting stuff off to the side for tomorrow.
Wait, Voodoo, you didn't roll damage correctly.
Yeah, that's not your hand wrap
Mm.
damage.
It's
Well, that's
major
what-
striking and greater flaming.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it says. I didn't roll. Dragon hand wraps is a different thing, a different
Yeah.
attack. There.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, for rolling more dice, you did not get that much more damage.
Yeah.
Alright.
While you're getting bandaged up, I'm just running around in the background, climbing things as much as possible and yelling about Ilanestra's champion, strong as a fish.
Ilanestra?
Yeah. I don't know what she's called.
This is gonna go well.
It's great. It's pretty much mixed up Ilamancha and Lisanessa. It's perfect, honestly.
Yeah.
Lisanessa, Sprite. Lisanessa.
I am listening.
The god is Lisanessa. You
It's like your
mess that
mother's in
up.
the background going, man, it's gotten so lively around here.
As I just had an explosion as I punched Sylvanas in the ankle.
Alright, get over here like lays on hands on the bruise, healing up the damage.
Thank
Yeah, I
you.
think one of your lay on hands is more than enough.
Oh yeah.
I think it's like 40 HP or something. It's a lot.
If it's too much, you can use her healer's gloves. She still's got those.
I guess there's not really a thing as too much, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Could you overheal someone to death? Isn't there like a monster actually in the book that over heals you until you die?
Until
That's
you
true.
Explode, yeah.
Oh.
Are you that monster in disguise this entire time, Fidget?
If it is, she's got amnesia and she doesn't remember.
Well, you'll be fine then.
But all right, go ahead and make your next crafting check, I suppose. Is Rumble doing anything during this time?
I think following any signs of a cult would be like society, right?
I mean, yeah. What are you looking for exactly?
I mean, if it's society, I can't.
Same.
I'm a tree out of the forest, Cam.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
plus
good
two.
enough.
She just makes the armor to match, but in corgi style.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
So the grand total of 42 gold spent. Well, actually, well, yeah, 42 gold spent.
Yeah.
Though you can subtract 10 from that, from the material. You got.
That's all the materials. I can finally remove this from my inventory.
Well spent, honestly.
Yes.
The armor is made. Rumors have been percolating all over the place. Most people being like, who's Lisanessa? Why do we care about their champion? What do they mean, big horse?
I'm gonna have to go wipe out the city, I guess. You're disrespecting my god.
But at the very least, it's been the talk of the town. So, with 2 days spent, what do you guys do now?
We heading into the puddles?
Do we parade
Yeah.
Sprite in the open with us following him? Or have him go alone and us close behind?
Well, we kind of need to maintain a distance, but we can probably be followers.
I have a cool suit up scene with Mr. Piddles, and then I come out fully dressed to the nines. Just best outfit. I'm a fish now, riding my fish mount. And as I come out, I say, "Follow along, servants." And I just go to leave.
Leans over at Everett. Sylvanas, this is gonna go to their head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's still the best person to do it. You know that.
Yeah. At least until William gets back.
I hope this works out.
Even when William gets back, he's still the best in the party to do it.
Yeah.
I can't get this image of like a fez like headpiece that's just a fish.
Exactly.
It's just like a fish like arced up on your head. No helmet.
Yep.
And all that.
I was thinking like it was almost looked like it was gonna eat him. Like it's just the mouth, right?
Just
Oh.
like clumped onto its head.
Yeah.
Also, to add humor to the scene of the rumors spreading around, like, what's this giant horse? I just imagine the elephant just charging through something behind someone.
Is it loose in the city?
I mean, we don't know if the poor boy corralled it.
When you were out
That's
spreading
my elephant.
rumors, you have not heard any rampaging elephant stories.
Oh, thank God.
Not yet.
Not yet.
It takes more than a day for that rumor to spread.
They didn't make their DC 40 check.
Well, as a part of this, I cannot stand out in a crowd, so what would you like me to do?
Unfortunately, I don't have the spell capabilities to transform you into something.
Can we go buy something?
I mean, William can prepare something.
I used to be able to transform you into something. And I look directly into the camera, middle distance, and just say, and then the remaster happened.
Sprite? What are you looking at?
Why are you
Huh?
staring into that wall over there?
No reason.
What's a remaster?
A what? Anyway, off to the places we're going.
Is he okay?
I mean,
No.
this is normal. I don't know why we're surprised. Sprite, you haven't found any drugs since we've been back, have you?
I've got so many. Why would I go looking for some?
Have you had any?
I count my drugs one by one. Probably not.
Oh, that's something. We know it's not any substances are ingesting.
I stare at them very deeply before closing the bag without taking anything.
I would like to, as you're going deep thought counting, try and just sneak an extra sliver into your count. Or shiver, sorry.
Thievery. What's your perception DC, Sprite?
32?
Yes.
Your shiver has multiplied.
Well, then I probably definitely haven't taken one.
Alrighty.
Alright, so y'all head off down through the west gate and down into the puddles. This is Absalom, so it's not super unusual for a bunch of adventurers to come through with some wacky gear. You don't really get any special notice necessarily. until you get into the puddles. So, Sprite, as you're kind of parading, well, first of all, for those who have lived near or in the puddles is very different now. I shouldn't say very different. It's just more flooded than it used to be.
I mean, it makes sense. The water's been rising.
The water has been rising. And while many of the docks were able to manage somewhat to stay relatively the same using water barriers and everything like that, the puddles has not had quite the same luxury. Many buildings, some stranded in waist-high murky water. But as always in the puddles, life goes on, and individuals have made a variety of admittedly rickety bridges from building to building.
Do any of them look like they can hold Rumble?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
At least in normal form, Rumble is not, like, super heavy.
I know she's planning ahead in case something goes wrong and he's back to his full size.
Might have to be careful. But this place is as desolate as ever. Most people are left huddling on top of a building in ramshackle shacks, many of which you assume are living upon what used to be their home, now just a flooded mess. It's not pretty, and the puddles was never really pretty before. It was always kind of a very sad place of Absalom. But as Sprite is kind of parading about, various individuals kind of come up and they're like, thank you, as they begin, gently laying hands on Sprite as if to rub off some of his
Good
divinity.
As they do that, I like pat them on their hands and say, "You're welcome, my child. I'm happy to help in any way I can."
Yes, please bring great change to us. We can't keep living like this, great champion.
I will change it all. Change is what I am here to accomplish. Change for me.
They all get a gleam of hope in their eye.
I'm just like going down the street yelling out "change for me" to everyone I walk past.
Many at first look confused, but seeing you and your opulent wear and the vague description given through rumors, they're like, oh, it's the champion. It's the champion of the Deep Mother.
I'm bathing in their adoration. I knew it. This was always how I was meant to be treated.
So this is all happening. Do you guys just keep going around until something happens? Do you have any plan of attack? What's the dealio?
Fidget would want to keep an eye out for anyone watching from the shadows not wanting to approach. She's looking for people who could potentially be of the cult, watching from the shadows, waiting for their moment.
Okay. How about everyone else?
I'm far too absorbed in my praise and adoration.
I'll help Fidget try to look for anybody that looks suspicious, hiding from the shadows. Or until somebody pops out that's significant to the cult.
Okay. Anyone doing anything other than looking out for cult members?
I could watch out to make sure that Sprite isn't robbed.
That is very fair in the puddles.
Yeah.
Can I try to make everyone, all these random people we're passing, like me even more?
No. You have maxed out their relationship already.
Yes.
Does Sprite receive proposals of marriage?
No.
Okay, we're safe from that one.
No, he's ascended beyond what mortals could reach.
He has to ask them.
Sure, but
I
there's
just-
always those that want more.
I just like yell out some vague stuff, and then every once in a while I'll point at a random person who's really into it and just tell them some random thing to do in the name of change.
They do whatever you say.
This district's hospitality is about to go up real high for Fae creatures.
I know.
Good. They're less likely to be cursed. You're welcome.
So Sprite's going around making a big scene, demanding people to do this and that, which they do gladly, almost disturbingly. So and it's not long before you all, I'm not going to make you roll because to be honest, their stealth checks could not be good enough to evade your sight. You start noticing individuals who kind of have been keeping an eye, not bearing the same kind of like shock and awe that the general populace are. After a bit of time, Azarketi,
Ketty.
Azarketi, there you go. I don't know why that was sounding weird for me for a second. Individual comes out, wielding a fishing spear, an Azarketi fishing spear specifically, and wearing some slightly nicer clothes than those you find here in the puddles. Kind of comes out, speaking to you from down, waist deep in the water. And they say, "Hail!" Speaking out to Sprite, specifically.
Oh, yes, more praise.
The individual walks up a variety of steps and kind of gets up to the upper level where you're at. I mean, tongue twisted today for some reason. And they look at you with a very perplexing look. Rumor has it that you're here on the behalf of the Deep Mother. Is that true?
That is. I am the champion of... And I look toward everyone. Lissa and Essa.
I would like to just close distance just in case anything happens.
Okay.
And I
And
turn back
also-
and say, yes, for 10 minutes every day, walk on your hands instead of your feet. Change how you see the world, and the world will change to how you see it.
Various people listen intently. And you're going to say something else, Sylvanas?
I would just like to offer a quick prayer to Lyssanessa to please forgive us for what we are doing. We are not doing it out of like malice or anything negative. We are doing it only to uh
To
root
scam
out
all of your
evil.
followers, yeah.
To root out evil.
Okay. Hopefully she's listening.
Hopefully.
So for if you guys want to keep a low profile, roll for me a stealth.
What's the opposite of stealth?
You don't
Do we
get to
have any
roll.
Experts that I can follow the lead of.
I'm an expert.
Can't roll stealth.
Yeah, I don't want to.
No, Sprite's the only some person above trained on this party.
Fantastic.
Fidget, Rumble are both untrained, and then Everett and me and William are all three of us are trained.
You know, I can understand Rumble's stealth because you're uncomfortable in a different body.
Fair.
Fidget's just automatically stands out as a gnome because she's also wearing bright colors.
Okay. So the Azarcadian individual looks up and sees the gnome and the Konrasu who have been tailing you for a bit. Make special note of it, it seems, but kind of reverts their attention. Then please, champion, tell me, what are the words the Deep Mother has spoken to us true believers?
Is Fidget a true believer?
Probably not by their
Hmm.
criteria.
I look at him and I like cross my arms and put like a confused expression. I say, "Why would I know? I'm not a true believer. I'm the champion. There are levels to everything. Why would Listenessa tell me exactly what she told to you?
Well, how would
Change is
you
in everything.
enforce her word if you do not know her intent?
Why are you assuming that her intent would remain consistent from person to person? I know my mission. Do you know yours?"
The Azarcadian individual kind of leans back and kind of looks you over. Definitely a more furrowed brow. They look you over more closely. They notice you are wearing some magical gear. And they think about it for a moment. My apologies. You're right. Well, the head of our sect, she who was chosen, would like to speak with you.
Ah, I would be honored.
And I'd be honored to escort you, brave champion. They bow.
Perfect. Come, servants. Follow along.
If you would follow me. They leap down to the area below with a loud splash.
Okay, seeing that, Fidget would like to cast water breathing at 4th level on everyone. Everyone by herself.
Okay.
Um, Is Mr. Piddles included in everyone?
Well, it's not including Fidget because her relic gifts are water breathing.
Well, how many targets can you give it to?
I can give it up to 5.
So no.
Well, William's not with us, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'd be able to do it for everyone
Ah,
because we have Everett, you, Rumble, and Sylvanas. Fidget doesn't need to, so that leaves Mr. Piddles.
perfect. I was just gonna leave Mr. Piddles here to go around and make people do changing things if we couldn't.
Yeah, no, he can go.
Onward! I drive my brave steed into the depths.
Okay.
I jump after.
I come out of the shadows, jump in.
I will also jump in.
So jumping down, the water is waist level, but they escort you kind of like into one of the dilapidated houses. And in a corner of the dilapidated house, you see the foundation had crumbled. And the individual turns to you and they're like, I apologize, my lord, if this is most not to your liking. But this is the surest way to where we need to go.
I wave my hand casually and say, "It's all right. I'm quite used to situations like this."
Well, that they dive into the water and begin descending into a dark abyss beneath the city.
Do you have a swim speed, Bear?
No, not at all.
Would you like to be carried along?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, who doesn't have a swim speed?
You have one, right, Sylvanas?
Do I?
I can't remember if you or Everett got something.
I think Sylvanas just has insane athletics.
That's not true. I'm trained.
Well, better than me.
I do not have a swim speed.
All right. Would everybody like to follow me the leader so you can gain the swim speed?
Sure.
I believe. Let me double check my feed.
I usually just get carried along by mommy because she has a swim speed, but I don't summon her.
Question is, would Mommy give away what we were doing? Because Mommy technically wasn't with the group up until now.
I don't summon her.
You're the expert, right, Rumble, in athletics?
I'm a master, actually.
Ah, even better. Because I'm only trained.
Well, I think Rumblesing gives everyone a swim speed, so...
I think so. Oh, that's right, because you have the terrain one, right?
You ignore non-magical difficult terrain. You gain a bonus to your travel speed equal to plus 10-foot circumstance bonus. And let's see. Let's see. If you guys have to worry about temperature stuff, it's going to be one less severe due to acclimatization.
Ah, okay.
It does not necessarily say that I give you a swim speed, though.
No, but they would get a 10-foot circumstance bonus to their athletic stuff. We also still have the swim fins.
Yeah, but those only help you if you don't have a swim speed.
Okay. It's not super relevant, I guess. But, alright. Y'all dive into the water and begin swimming along. No need to necessarily make checks. Time and breath is not an issue. Though, as you are kind of following the individual along, there's a moment where they kind of like are waiting for y'all up ahead on the tunnel. And their face is very telling. They don't seem to think very highly of y'all, considering your lack of swim speed.
I do have a swim speed of 40 feet, if that matters.
Yeah.
Well,
I just haven't shown off my swim speed.
I just got a speed of 30 feet. But she would slow down to match the group.
right. It's that's the part that they're personally like.
You see, Ever and I are lagging behind because they didn't see us. So we just joined late to the party.
Yeah.
Everyone else can go on ahead.
The problem is, if they go at a normal speed, they'll leave you hours behind.
Damn.
I'm just acting like we're taking a leisurely stroll on purpose. We go at the speed we want to. Sometimes we'll go faster and sometimes we'll go slower. Such is the nature of change.
The individual stops and they're like, "Is there any reason you're going so slow?"
Is there any reason you're going so fast?
If you're just going to be pedantic about everything, then conversation will be difficult, wouldn't you think?
Do you always go so fast when following this route?
You're moving as if you're a bunch of land dwellers. I can tell that you're capable in the water.
Sometimes you have to change your perspective. I believe I already said this to you before. If you go the same speed every time, how do you know if there's anything you're missing?
They look like they're about to say something and then they close their mouth. Very well. I will move at a pace most agreeable to you all.
Much appreciated.
And once it had gotten dark, I had forgotten to mention, we were kind of going to the swim speed. They had activated a charm on their spear that seems to act like a light source. It emanates a light blue light.
I look at him and I go, well, seems you glow as if you're a non-glowing creature. And
I
I
don't
light up
follow.
myself.
I would like to insight his demeanor right now. I have a
You,
feeling.
you don't need to roll. They are begrudgingly escorting you all for some purpose. You don't know what. And they don't seem to like sprites at all.
Blasphemy.
Sylvanas,
What's up?
do you think they're gonna kill Sprite?
Think they can?
I don't know. But that guy looks pretty angry. Or not happy.
They might attempt to. Then they might come to regret it.
Everett smirks at that a little bit and then keeps swimming.
Be on your guard.
I will.
I'm just over here gloating about how I can glow without a magic item.
Gloating.
Exactly.
So-
And I'm glowing almost the same shade as his light, but like a little different, just to be better.
Rumble will kind of like move you closer towards his almost like galaxy like orb, since he's carrying you.
Yes.
You may wish to be kinder to them. We do have a mission to possibly change the course of their actions.
Oh. All right. I'll try.
But continue swimming with you. Stopping occasionally for everybody else along with the Zircadi guy.
I sit with my arms crossed on Mr. Piddles in deep thought.
Well, you follow him for about 20 minutes or so. You kind of start getting to a part where you can see the faults underneath the puddles, where the many gaps, crevices, and tunnels lining here really shows why the puddles has been suffering as much as it has in all these years. It's in one of these arteries where many of these tunnels kind of intersect that the guide stops and turns. Oh, great champion, we're almost there.
Splendid. Then I glance at Rumble and say, and then look back and go, You've done an excellent job of guiding us.
Oh, your words are too kind, he bows.
They are, they are. Onward.
Oh, no, you won't be progressing any further. As emotions, a variety of individuals, mostly Ezeketi, but some humans and other land dwellers emerge from the darkness of the other tunnels.
Oh, what is this? I say, legitimately taken aback.
You have been besmirching our mother's name, flaunting our name about and sputtering nothing but nonsense with your presence. We cannot stand you to degrade us any further. Prepare to die.
A betrayal?
Now these fools.
In the split second, because Fidget was only in one small group, do any of these faces look recognizable to her?
None of the members seem to spring out at you, though they do, you think, resemble people that you did know here in the puddles. Mostly just, random individuals you may have seen somewhat daily. Familiar faces, but none of note.
Okay. Just like the changing of time, everyone's gotten older and stuff.
I mean, yeah, more. It's just, for some of the land-dwelling ones, you don't remember them being able to breathe water.
Yeah, that's fair.
They attack. But you guys very quickly notice they're no match for you.
I try to take as many down non-lethally as I can.
Fidget mentioned,
Yeah.
like, don't hurt them. Or don't kill them.
Well, the Ezeketi are somewhat more nimble and striking with their weapons. You guys have seen many challenges up until this point and are able to get around them with ease. The other individuals are even sorrier to say, most of which not even having their own swim speed. Them paddling their arms and kicking their legs quickly to try to get to you to attack you with various spears of their own. They're much less dangerous. So most of the individuals here are -1 level.
Oh no.
I see.
Is this guy, like, clearly their leader?
He is, and he's level 5.
I'm gonna turn to everyone and sort of whisper, like, it seems pretty bad. Can I just try a last-ditch effort?
Go for it.
Okay. Oh man, now I'm considering the possibility that they're acting on someone else's order, and then this would mean nothing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh god, everyone's gonna be mad at me for being mean to this guy again. I want to cast Warp Mind on the leader dude.
Okay.
Concern.
All right. You do so. Let's see here. They might not crit fail. Let me just whip some dice together real quick. Level 5.
Oh.
There's a chance. They have the nat 20. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna roll a d20. I don't need to add a modifier. It's not gonna matter.
Oh,
That
my
would have been
God.
so close.
Oh, they crit failed anyway.
Actually,
Oh wait, if they have a +4 to wisdom,
they
Will.
didn't. Yeah, they minimum can't actually. +4 would be their level.
oh,
They didn't crit fail. I'm actually
Oh.
very surprised.
I'm so sad. They're not permanently confused.
Hero point reroll.
All right.
I'm kidding.
Oh, we
I'm
could.
kidding.
I mean, we probably got something much bigger waiting for us.
Yeah.
I think it'd be
Yeah.
really funny to make this
It
guy
would be
permanently
really funny.
confused.
Damn it, hero point reroll. Fuck it.
Okay.
It would be funny.
Yes.
For your birthday.
For your birthday. All right, let me add the modifier they have. It is +7.
My best birthday gift, being able to permanently fuck up someone's life.
Oh.
They still did not permanently.
Damn it.
Ah.
We've already committed this
Okay.
much. Use my hero point.
Okay.
This is stupid.
He's gonna
Permanent
roll
brain
below a
damage. Here we
15
go.
eventually. Yes.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I'm
Okay.
Let's
Oh
go.
boy.
I'm sort of like I want to wait to cast this until like it's in the midst of my teammates sort of holding these guys down like in the combat, so it's less noticeable that I'm doing something to this guy's mind. I'm just casting a
Unfortunately, it's very
general
obvious
spell.
to everyone, but they're too plebeian to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But you do
And it-
this, and if anyone's watched Dungeon Meshi, let me get a confused Marcel gif for the chat, for the Discord.
Oh God.
God, you've turned him against his allies.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
I want to be honest. I didn't read what confused did before that. This is fine. I can make use of this.
What the heck?
You don't treat anyone as your ally, which means we're still a potential target.
It's okay. It's why can I not? Okay. No, I don't want to hear your ad. Just gonna link this in the chat, or not in the chat, but in the. Actually, I could link this in the chat too. Why not?
Nice. Okay, guys. Plan 2.0. It's been revised now that I've read Confused. It's Plan Honor Duel over again.
Skip to like the 30-minute mark. Or 30-second mark.
Oh, okay. Thought you were going insane.
You don't even have to understand what she's saying. It's mostly just the look on her face. I'm so surprised there's not a GIF.
God, that voice.
She gets confused by the Mandrake scream. Anyway, so you scrambled her brain. What do you do now?
I'm gonna. So I like yell out. Why do you deny me so hard, line? Like, I'm an ally of yours. You shouldn't be so against me. And then I cast a spell on him and want to sort of wait for him to turn on his friends.
Okay. So his turn will come up. His turn goes up and he's like, "No believer! Yes, His eyes grow wide. And okay. We'll just do odd even whether he strikes an ally or enemy. First attack. I didn't dictate. All right. Odd. Ally. His ally. Even you guys. I'll roll again. Okay, he attacks one of you and misses.
I'm going up and like 1v1ing him if he's attacking us because I want to like make sure he's not defeated quickly.
He swings out wildly and shanks someone else with a spear.
As soon as this happens, I yell out, "Ah! Do you all see this?" Make sure everyone notices him attacking his own people.
And his last attack, he shanks the guy again. He's wildly babbling, eyes wide open. He swung at you and then stabbed someone, probably killing them, actually.
Oh, like, just killed Jerry.
Stop this now! Stop this very instant! And I jump off of Mr. Piddles to restrain him.
As he stabs the person probably to death, can I cast Stabilize?
That won't save them from chest or spear through chest.
Ah, okay.
They don't get dying; they die.
Fair enough.
Oh.
You
Your
can
spear
breath
through
of
chest
life them
disease?
if you want to.
Not gonna. I don't think these guys are worth that.
That's not worth it.
I cast a 7th level spell on this dude.
Damn, imagine putting a price on a life.
True.
I'll either have to lose a 5th level slot or I use a 7th level shot, which means I'm summoning lightning in water.
Yeah.
I was just kidding.
Yeah, I jump off of Mr. Piddles to restrain him as soon as he attacks his friend.
Okay, Myth and Athletics. Against a DC 22.
Does my dragon hand wraps give me an item bonus to this?
No, they just make you
It
strong.
makes you-
Okay. It popped up for me. Nice.
They are not restrained, but they are immobilized.
I unlock the power of the fish within me.
Oh wait,
Oh,
do you
no,
have
he
Titan
does gain a
Wrestler?
plus. Oh.
They are two sizes larger than you.
Do I have that? Probably not.
I believe you can go up to 2 sizes larger than yourself, actually.
Is it? I'm pretty sure it's only one size larger.
Actually, Gam, he does get a +4 item bonus from the dragon hand wraps.
Let me double
It is in
check.
the
Creatures
description.
up to 2 sizes. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Sprite can't grapple them anyway.
Lamau.
That's fine. I mainly want to put on a show of me attempting to restrain them from harming their ally.
Could I spend a hero point to throw myself and my shield in between the two so my shield takes the blow instead of the guy dying?
Sure. As a heroic act, I would say.
Oh my god. You're
Alright, she
Captain
places
America,
herself,
then.
throws up the Kraken's shield as the spear targets the person.
Okay. All right. So you put on this show. This individual is wildly swinging around. What are you guys doing?
I yell out to this guy, but really to everyone else, and I say, I knew it! I knew you weren't in your right mind! I thought it was strange that something would possess you to turn on your own people, send me away. But now I see you were truly insane. These are your friends, your allies. Does that mean nothing to you? I'm very much trying to turn these people against him.
You're trying to pull what you did with the giant.
Yeah.
If it works, it works.
And then, can I cast another spell?
Sure.
Oh no.
I feel bad for this guy.
I don't.
Well, he was mean to me.
We know what
I need
happens.
to show off these misfortune primal spells because they are so much fun.
It's hype.
Oh,
Crit fail.
Yep. So now, creatures that the target encounters have an initial attitude toward them of 2 steps worse. They're
initial
permanently
attitude.
confused.
I will make special mention. This is only in reference to people they have not met before.
Yeah. It's just a cherry on top, really, for me, personally.
Okay. You've ruined them completely.
Shouldn't have betrayed me.
I mean, to be fair, they can do nothing but attack people around them now for the rest of their life.
Until they have no one, and then they attack themselves.
Yeah, so this person
Oh,
is
no.
not going to live that long.
I whisper in his ear, "You shouldn't have betrayed me after I complimented you."
Grim.
Fidget throughout this entire fight is making sure she is the wall between everyone else and this guy.
Doing so has not seemed to have let up their assault at all.
Okay.
They are still attacking you guys. You guys can easily, deal with them. But this whole charade does not. I mean, what do you expect? The guy was eloquent, talking perfectly fine before, but it's probably the one who organized this all. You cast a spell on him, he suddenly went insane. Like,
Could have been anyone. Yeah, I was just trying to save their lives. If they don't want to believe me, that's on them. As seeing everyone still attack, I say, "All right, we'll talk when you've all settled down. Servants, restrain them."
Okay. Shields one, turns around, punches the one she's guarding.
Oh my god.
Opportune riposte the dude, punching him in the face, knocking him out.
okay, there we go. So that's what I want to hear. Do what you want with these guys. They can't do anything to you.
Yeah.
Be cool.
You're a crack underwater. Sorry. Sorry.
I cover my eyes so I avert my gaze from this graphic violence.
I turn towards one dude, dude, get out of here. Look at everyone else. Come on, leave.
No, wait, stay.
All right. Listen to him.
They
I
look
guess.
confused.
Continues the goal of saving them from the more deadly weapon attack to just knock them out with unlethal or non-lethal fist attacks before eventually turning on the guy Sprite's wrestling with to just knock them out. At the very least, to get them to stop screaming.
Okay. You're now in some cavern underneath the city with a bunch of unconscious people.
Okay.
At the very least, we should get some of them above water, because I doubt these ones are most into the human ones. I don't know how long this is going to last on them.
Right. He'll increase his size and try to take as many of the regular people as he can.
Does there seem to be any other way down, or do all of these seem to lead back up to the puddles?
You have no idea. Many of them just keep going for a long time. In fact, you guys have been led through essentially a maze. You'll need to make a survival check, DZ30, to return back to the surface.
Oh,
For me?
Huh, I wonder who's got survival.
I do.
Do you need help with that, or
I can
Oh,
also
you want
assist
to.
as well.
same here.
all right, aid?
+2.
Plus... Oh, that's right. It's DC 15 now.
Yep.
I will also aid.
There's no need.
No one. Yeah, no one else. Everyone else is trained. Rumble's the only master. So the only if you were expert and you crit succeed, you can give him a +3, but
That's fair.
otherwise it doesn't matter.
Okay, so this is a +2.
Yep.
Ah, not 20 did anyway.
fuck. Holy shit.
All right. Your bodyguard job really kicking in. You remembered all escape routes, and you know exactly how to get to and here like it's the back of your hand.
Helps that the water's my favorite terrain as well.
The one guy, the head priestly kind of guy, he continues to wake up and start thrashing about until dealt with.
That'll be Fidget's job. She'll be pulling him, and as he wakes up, she just knocks him out again with a hit.
Okay.
Oh my god, be careful. He only
Isn't
has
he
so
gonna-
many wounded conditions.
Yeah, he's gonna die eventually.
If you do non-lethal, you don't cause a
Yeah.
condition.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
No, everything Fidget's doing is non-lethal.
I mean,
On our way back up. Oh,
I'm just saying now, you have to do something with him. He's going to do this for the rest of his life.
we can tie him up for now. On our way back up, I say to everyone, guys, I have a plan.
Oh,
What is it? Oh, champion.
We're gonna wake them all up when we're back on land, and I'm gonna talk to them all and convince them to be our friends.
I have an idea for
Alright.
this one. So he's not our problem anymore. I say we unleash him in another section of the city and let the guards arrest him.
And potentially
Um,
kill other people.
I mean, the guy would be up to the guards at that point.
Let's
but-
take away his weapons if we do that. I don't want
Still
anyone
beat someone
dying.
to death, honestly.
Oh,
He's
fuck.
important in my plan, though.
If you have rope, you can restrain him.
Oh, she's got plenty of rope.
We all have rope.
Yeah.
We
Let's just tie him up.
BDSM him.
And if not, I have this. I pull out more rope as needed.
He is no longer a man. He is just rope.
She also makes great efforts to put a gag in his mouth so he's not too loud.
Callistra approves.
I don't think I have anything that helps this confused condition. I do.
Oh. So you can heal him?
Yeah.
Okay. This will work for my plan.
If
Okay, so let me just kind of curb wasting y'all's time. They saw you cast magic on him.
Yeah.
They know you made him insane.
They think I made him insane.
They
But
know
that
you
can
did
always
something to
change.
him.
Let him
And
cook.
if I explain something else and make it make sense to them,
Okay, all right. I was just trying to
I
save
can
y'all
change
some
their
time.
mind.
Let him cook, Cam. Come on.
I'm doing this
No.
as a favor to y'all, so
I'm about to get into my lying pants right now.
You cannot. Okay, go ahead. All right, so you get them all to the surface. They eventually
Because
wake
you
up.
said they don't know the spell exactly.
Yeah, they don't know what the spell did. They know
They
you
think
used a
this is because
spell.
of my spell.
Yes. Yes. I'm letting you do it. Go ahead. It was a kind gesture for me to try to give y'all, saving potentially dozens of minutes.
The area we come up in, this is not a heavily populated section of the puddles, is it? Since this is lower.
I mean, saying heavily populated and the puddles together is not a very, sensible thing. Not many people have chosen to live in the puddles.
Oh, she meant specifically around the area we come up in, that house that leads to the tunnel.
I mean, if you are in the base level anywhere, almost no one is there.
Okay.
Not many people choose to live in waist-high water.
Counteract has to meet the DC, right? Or
It depends on what level the counteract level is.
It's an item level 4. That might not.
That will probably be nearly impossible. Because I think a crit can let you counteract something up to 3 levels over. So actually, if you crit...
Never mind. Have to learn the next level higher.
But they awaken with a groan and venomous looks.
I turn to them all and say, "Oh, you've recovered. I'm so glad you all seem to be doing fine." And I look over at the crazy guy with pity in my eyes. And then I turn back to them and I say, "Do you happen to all know why we're here? Why we were sent here by Ilanessa?"
Shut up, non-believer. And they spit at you.
I look saddened by this. I say, "It's all right. I understand why you have your doubts. Do you know the situation with the portals?"
They all look confused.
That's what I thought. You've no doubt noticed the rising tides, the seawater taking over more of the puddles.
Yeah, the mother's bringing her warmth to the city. Soon we'll all be swimming in her grace.
Unfortunately, this is only a lie told to you by those who have infiltrated the Order. The truth is, this is a war between the gods. Pazuzu, ruler of the skies, the Worm King, ruler of the earth, and the Brine King, one of the enemies of Lysanessa, of the water plane. They're all fighting over our world here. And I turn to the crazy guy.
He's mumbling there, looking down.
Yeah, I look at him and I say, unfortunately, it seems that the 3 of them might have had something to do with the confusion in our midst. And I turn to them and say, no doubt you saw the spell I cast on him.
They don't affirm.
I walk over and put my hands on the crazy guy's head, sort of gently and comfortingly. I say, this condition he finds himself in is not my doing. My spell was simply to find out the true nature of things. unburied the confusion deep within him, placed there by someone else.
They don't look like they believe you.
I I look to Rumble. Are you able to do this? Are you gonna try to heal him?
I can make an attempt, but there's no guarantees.
I understand. And I
Oh,
turn to the
you
rest.
you actually can't. When it's
This
spell
is
level, it counts as twice the spell level. So
Oh,
yeah.
with a 14th level spell.
Well, a 14th level counteract.
Ah,
Ah,
I see. But no, I cannot.
I look down, deeply saddened. No wonder. The curse of the gods is too strong for us to meddle in.
Oh god, I would need an item level 18 to counteract that then?
No. Uh,
Would the 12 do it?
a 12. If you make a good counteract.
I don't have that recipe though, so it's a moot point.
Yeah. A success can be one level higher than the counteract. So you need a success with an item level 13 or a crit success with an item level 11.
I see.
Does William have Dispel Magic?
I can't remember if he picked that up or not. I don't know if he did.
Don't you have a sheet, Devin?
You guys are in Absalom. You could take him to the Ascendant Quarter and someone could, free him from this.
For a price.
For a prize. I look at William's sheet. You guys truly feel like sparing this person who's trying to kill you.
Oh no, I don't care that much.
Commit. Coward.
You would need a nat 20 with the level 12 item.
Let's see. He does know Dispel Magic. Yes.
Would his be high enough to even attempt to counteract that?
Yeah, you just need to prepare it in a higher level slot.
Ah, okay. So this would be
Warp
like something
Minds.
over a few days.
Warp Mind's effects happen instantly, so Dispel Magic and other effects that counteract spells can't counteract them.
No, you need a wish spell.
Yeah.
Well, there's many ways to get rid of confused.
Wish rituals and abilities that can remove non-magical effects can still counteract the effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the Greater Restoration equivalent in this one? In this system?
They changed it recently, so now there's a specific spell for like getting rid of like confused in another condition.
I'll be honest,
It
guys.
might
It'll
in the
probably be
cleric
easier.
spells. Let me look.
It'll probably be easier if we don't heal this guy. He seemed pretty set on not believing us.
Anyway.
Yes, I mutter sort of to myself, but so everyone can hear about the strength of a god's curse and how much of a pity it is. And then I return to the others and I say, no doubt you're all confused as to why Lucinessa would name a champion outside of the order here. It's truly too complicated to explain in full, but like I said, there seems to have been corruption in the order, a infiltration of the enemy parties. It was unclear who we could trust. We're here to clean up the order and make sure it's on the right path.
They don't look like they believe you.
I'm very saddened. Might I ask why you hold so strong onto this belief of yours that what I say is not true?
Because we know she who is chosen.
Yes. And there can't be a second? Listenessa has decreed that help has been required.
Our Lady has heard of you, and she says that you must be a non-believer.
Can you take me to see your lady? And I'm sure we can work this out face to face. We are not on opposing sides, at least I hope.
Go die in a ditch.
This is truly a shame. And I walk over and place my hand on one of their shoulders comfortingly, and I say, once this is all sorted out, I'm sure we can repair this misunderstanding. And then I knock them all out. Well, it didn't work, guys.
So I'll let you know, one, they were hostile to you, so they wouldn't believe anything you would say, no matter what.
Yeah, but it's more fun to watch it play out.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be like, oh, there's nothing you can do to persuade them. It's just, you can't just tell them a story and be like, believe me. You ever try to convert, like, a Trumpist?
Yeah, I was one, and then I started being a tubist.
Ahaha. It's the same thing. It's like a conspiracy theorist. You just can't convince them otherwise with logic or reason.
It's fine. I've planted the seeds. I have a lot less enchantment than I had initially assumed. That's fine.
You know, ironically, if you had not gone around spouting weird nonsense in town, they probably would have been more likely to try to actually talk to you.
I thought that. Everyone wanted me to be the champion, so I was on board. I didn't have any reason to refuse.
Well, that being a champion is not necessarily wrong. It's going around and telling people to walk on their hands or other nonsense. They did watch you to see how you acted, to see what you would do.
Well, I wasn't coached in my acting. I knew one thing about this god, and the such he likes change. And is locked up.
That's two things.
Anyway, let's go deal with these guys, I guess. Do we know where they are? Where they live?
No, the people that probably would know are hostile to us and knocked out on the ground.
Specifically, they're hostile to Sprite.
Why don't you give me a few moments? Let me try something.
Could also search their stuff. There might be information there as well.
I don't know. Last I checked, everyone in the puddles didn't carry their belongings on them. It was too much of a risk to get robbed. Or had any to begin with. Well, it's worth a shot.
Oh, if you look through their belongings, I mean, they had spears, which more or less were probably left behind. None of them have any money. They do have these small charms that are just essentially like everlasting torches or whatever they're called now.
Oh, Everburn.
Yeah.
Oh no, there we go. They're crystals now.
But now they do bear carved crests, typically of stone, though the head priest guy has one made of ivory. It is reminiscent of Lysinus's emblem, the dual torrents. But these torrents whirl together into a whirlpool.
Can I make sense of this symbol, of this change in Lysinus's symbol?
There's not really much to discern from this other than it represents a change from what you once knew of their worship.
Do you mind if I try something? Looks over at the rest of y'all.
I'd go for it.
Do whatever you need.
Alrighty. Spread, I'm gonna need you to wait outside.
Okay.
I'll let you know before. These people are hostile to all of you right now.
You said they were only hostile to Sprite.
Everyone is hostile to Sprite. All the church members.
Oh.
So if we find new guys,
Correct.
Okay.
Or if you have some method of changing their opinion of you.
Can I make an impression? Because I haven't really made an impression on any of them up until now.
No. Attacking them makes making an impression impossible.
Got it.
They attacked us first.
Yeah, but you know, biases.
Cringe.
Actually, can I sense any additional magic on them?
Do you have anything that senses magic?
I have detect magic.
Okay. When you do so, they do seem to emanate some magical effect.
Hmm.
Mostly the land-dwelling ones. The normal Azarketi don't seem to.
probably
makes
the
sense.
breathing underwater thing.
Probably.
But at the level you can do it, you do learn the rank or level of the most powerful magical effect.
Yeah.
That's a problem. This is not normal. It's magical in nature, but it seems more than that.
And she hasn't sensed something like this before.
No, not like this before. Though there's some resonant feeling with it. It feels almost familiar to you.
Can I focus on that feeling and try to figure it out?
If you spend some time doing so, you realize that they have some blessing on them.
Like something a divine champion would give.
For everyone's information, they have a minor boon. They have been given the ability to breathe underwater.
Dang, that crazy.
I say we grab some of these. Hold on to them. As she holds up the amulets. If we're going to be infiltrating them, we could need them.
Effort grabs one of the amulets. Blah, I can't speak.
Oh, you can each have one. There's more than enough of them to go around.
I want the coolest one.
The ivory one.
Yeah. It reminds me of my big horse.
Nobody tell them that they're all made of ivory.
It's so beautiful and personal to me.
Alrighty. Let's go looking around, see if we find more. Maybe we can convince them otherwise this time. I'll let y'all figure out what to do with deranged and crazy in the corner.
I don't know, these guys are mean to me. We can just sort of cut them loose and leave them in here together.
Fine by me.
Is he just gonna attack everyone for the
Yeah,
rest of his life?
probably.
It doesn't look like he was going to snap out of anytime soon.
I think we should bring him to a guard, because he is acting deranged, and he'll most likely go to prison, but better than killing innocent people.
Guys, I have an idea. All of the normal people believe that I was a champion. We can turn all the normal people against the cult.
Again, I believe our mission was to turn the cult to the cause.
Oh yeah.
not to create
And
more
try to fix them. If we turn them against each other, it'll be an all-out war. And there's enough going on of that as it is.
And we don't want that.
No, not really. If we do take him to a guard, if I'm just remembering correctly, the nearest guard is outside the puddles. There's no guards in the puddles, really.
Correct.
It's going to be a walk to get out there, to get him to a guard. We can do that, and then on our way back, and then during the walk, see if we can find a cultist. But they would notice us dragging one of their members.
Just send Rumble to do it, and then we just split off.
We'll need a place to meet up after Rumble's done.
Is there any important landmarks in the puddles that we can meet at, or an important building, or something?
Yeah, was there anything of note in the puddles? Other than the water rising?
Let's see. Oh, I opened right to the puddle. That's great.
Whoa.
Indeed. There is a location called the Goblin King's Court. It's a rickety structure made to vaguely resemble a pair of castle towers that mark the location of individuals' headquarters in the skylines. Many goblins hang around there.
We can meet outside that.
Sounds like a plan. But first, I have one last plan to suggest to everyone. Rumble, you're an expert in hitting people, right?
I suppose you could say that.
I turn to the people who are still tied up there and I go, how hard do I have to hit them to make them forget just the last day of stuff?
I don't believe there's an exact thing for that.
Hmm. How many people are tied up?
There's like 9 of them.
I turn to Rumble and say, do you think that's enough to get it through trial and error?
No.
Oh. Okay, then to the Goblin Court, I guess.
All right, and Fidget gives you directions to the Goblin Court. Rumble for after you drop him off.
Hmm.
The meetup place. We're not going there now, Sprite.
Ah, we can time it so we can meet up or we can get back around the same time. Actually, that's a good question. On the map, where exactly in the puddles are we?
Like somewhere closer towards the docks.
That might be an hour walk there to the guard. And then an hour back. That would give us 2 hours of walking around. So in about an hour and a half, we'll make our way towards the goblins. The goblin area, and then that gives us time to look for another cultist. Actually, I do know what I want to do. If you don't mind this plan, Rumble.
What's the plan?
You take this one. She just like holds up the deranged one to the guard, and then we'll just meet up back at the goblin place. If we walk out with them, they'll automatically know that their champion is starting to take out members of their faction.
Hmm. To be fair, it looks like they see Sprite with much animosity.
Or we could just leave him, letting the people of the puddles sort him out.
Well, I was more referring to the fact that the champion thing should probably be dropped. I'm perfectly fine with taking him to the guards.
But the people love me.
True, but no champion is ever making odd requests. If anything, it's easing their pains. That is usually what sets them apart from a false champion versus a real one.
Their pain will be eased as long as they see the nature of my requests for what they are.
How does walking on your hands change that?
It makes you have fun.
Why don't you
It
try
makes
it
the
and
blood
find
rush
out?
to your head.
Yeah. And then you're not thinking about all the sad stuff anymore.
But you're also not easing any of their pain. The puddles has always been a place where people end up. It's never a place anyone wants to be. This is the lowest of the low that anyone can go.
Well, what does the other champion do for them?
Obviously nothing other than turning them to their side. Because it seems this champion is inciting violence.
Exactly. So I'm a better champion than them.
You're just a champion of chaos at that point, not a champion of Lisa Nessa. If you want to sell it, you have to be very benevolent.
Hmm.
Healing spells are often a good way to start. I know your mud is especially useful.
All right. New plan. Champion 2.0.
Mud
If that's
time?
the way that you
Uh-huh.
wish to pursue it. You'll pick up the guy.
Thank you, Rumble.
Fidget.
Hmm.
Should we hide Sprite since now he has a target on his back?
Or, I don't know if that would give us a chance to split off. Because if the more dangerous section of the cult is distracted, maybe one of us can do some digging.
That's true.
You
I'll
two
split
can go
off.
off. You two should split off.
Think you'd be able to keep an eye on them?
Hesitates for a moment. Yes. If we get into trouble, not only do we
We'll
got
kill
mommy,
it.
we'll try to diffuse and potentially do non-lethal if it's someone like we met earlier.
I start punching the air again.
All right, Sprite, come on. Don't do that.
Hit. Little fireballs come out of my fists.
Remember, in 2 hours, we're meeting up at the Goblin Place.
We'll try.
I'm gonna do so much good in those 2 hours.
Is it mud time?
Okay.
Good luck, Sylvanas.
He's the one that's gonna need it.
It felt
He's got
so
this.
heartfelt. Good luck. You're going to need it.
He's the one that's gonna need it.
I start running out to go help people.
I run
right.
after him. No
So
problem.
who's doing what? Who wants to go first?
Fidget would like to inquire as to the cleric that had trained her.
Okay. Go ahead and make a society. What is it? Society? One second. Might actually be diplomacy.
How are you in diplomacy, Everett?
Trained.
Okay. $32.
Okay.
Do you want me to assist? Or
Nah, it's okay. It's already done.
okay.
During this 2 hours of time, you find that the cleric who trained you, which tell us about this cleric who trained you.
It was an old Azarketi man with a long-ish white beard that he had braided in a fishtail style braid. He was a very warm and open person, often teaching the more positive aspects of the goddess to bring people in to shelter them. Was a very giving person.
Okay. What's his name?
Give me a second. I suck with names on the spot.
Ben.
Slug, where'd you find that gif?
I just looked up her name and then Dungeon Meshi.
Angry.
Have you considered getting good?
I guess I shouldn't have
What was-
typed in confused or mandrake.
I typed in Mandrake and I think I got that first one as well, actually.
I typed in mandrake. I didn't get it either.
Well, you know what I have to say to that, Cam?
Yeah, good.
I responded to another GIF. This is true, Alicia. I agree.
I'm sorry, Cam.
No, you're not.
Roy.
Roy, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You find that Roy was exiled from the Puddles. He seemed to have come into conflict with some group or another. People don't really know. Last I heard, he moved out to a small fishing shack on the outskirts of the shoreline.
Roy might be our best bet. If he came into conflict with them, he'll probably know more, at least the start of it.
Yeah, it's a good start.
Unfortunately, that's going to have to be after we meet up. Oh, here we are. This points to the Goblin Kingdom Wall.
Ah,
Court of the Goblin King.
Court of the Goblin King. It's very impressive.
Alright, next. Alright, Sylvanas, Sprite, what are you doing?
I want to go somewhere populated. I'm sort of doing what I was doing before, just sort of walking around, getting the praise and adoration of everyone around me. But this time, I'm helping them. I set up my go to operation of, so we're just sort of walking around in a bunch of mud, right?
More or less.
Yeah, so whenever I see someone who's even a little hurt, I'll just sort of healing plaster at our feet and then say a prayer over the ground about how mud may hurt wounds, but with the addition of, with the change brought by the sea, the water of the sea, it will heal them instead. And then I ghost sound just sort of above us in the air so that it's like a heavenly note, just sort of very holy sound coming down, generic. And then I heal them. And then I tell them to do something random still, but this time it's helpful instead of funny. So, like,
Okay.
remember, wash your mouth with salt water every day after brushing your teeth. It's good for your gums. And then I move on to the next person.
Okay. Do you have the diplomacy feats? Group impression.
No, surprisingly. But I do have Charming Liar and Glad Hand and Confabulator if I am ever finding myself in a situation where I'm lying a lot to someone. So if we're considering each of these their own individual meetings with every person, I can glad hand everyone immediately. And if you consider combo feats and how I'm lying about my entire identity, I would be using deception to lie to make an impression.
Okay. Well, it's more about spread. I'm more concerned about how many people you're talking to. I'm gonna take Glad Hand into consideration. Make a law or a deception check at a -2.
Can I assist? Because I am here with him.
Yes.
Is it a -2 because of confabulator?
No. So an actual rule for make an impression. If you wish to target up to 5 people at the same time, it's a -2.
Oh.
With group impression, you can do 10 people at no penalty.
Can I do 10 people normally with a bigger penalty?
No.
Dang.
Have a +3.
+3.
Man, new and improved aid, guys. That shit's goated.
Is it +3 for master?
Yeah, and 4 legendary.
Oh.
If I'm remembering what I read correctly. Might have just been lying. For master, the other check you attempted bonus is +3, and if you're legendary, it's +4. I was right.
Okay. Friendship. All right. So you go around and you do your best to improve your overall impression of people. Still strange, but mostly beneficial. You have a feeling that the general people of the puddles like you.
Yes. Now it'll be much easier to turn them against the cult. No. We want them on our side. We want them on our side. I don't know what's so hard to remember about that.
It's the bloodlust inside of you.
I don't know. It's not really inside of me. It seems pretty pervasive, sort of leaking out a lot.
Yeah, but the blood's inside of you, and the lust and lust.
The lust is inside of you.
That's Callistra talking through you right there.
Yeah.
Listen.
All right, I'll
is
handle the
your-
blood. You can have all the lust you want.
Fair.
All right.
But your lust for other people's blood is stored in your blood.
Oh, also, another thing I can do is I can phantom crowd to just sort of have people follow us around and constantly be talking us up.
How many spell slots are you spending on this, man?
These aren't spell slots.
Oh.
This
Well,
is from
Once
my.
per day?
I can cast these spells
also
2 times a day.
It only lasts 10 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, well, I can do it twice.
20 minutes, and then the crowd disperses.
I'll
so
say
much-
it probably is irrelevant for everything you're doing, but
Oh.
what you're doing is much more widespread. Rumble, you come to an unfortunate aspect of the city. So you go and you bring this guy up to a guard, and the guard says, "We don't take care of the crazies. Take him to a hospital."
All right. Where would I find the hospital at?
There's one in the foreign quarters you can take him to.
Very well. Thank you. Start heading towards the foreign quarters.
There's no hospitals in the puddles?
I can't wait for you to
No,
go
this
to.
is literally the beggars' quarters.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I can't wait
Yeah.
for Rumble to show up at the hospital and they go, "Oh, we don't take the crazies. Take them to the West Gate."
Oh,
No, I can't wait to show up to the hospital and they just go, "He's evil," and start stabbing the shit out of him. But I don't know that.
Yeah, they don't have the Hippocratic Oath in this world. It's fine.
I will
They all have
say
risky surgery.
the only healing thing in the puddles is known as the healing raft.
Ooh.
It's a raft that commutes into the puddles every other day to bring communal soup pot and novice clerics basic healing services.
Huh.
They're from the Temple of Serenray from the Ivy District.
Whoa.
But none of them could help this guy.
No.
In fact, you'll actually struggle to find anyone capable of helping this guy.
But we're in a level 20 city.
No, you definitely can. It is a thing. But the percentage of individuals who can in the city are, I guess, not that small considering the Ascendant courts.
Yeah, because I'm assuming all the better ones would want to stick around the Starstone Temple.
We
Well,
don't
that's
have to
just where-
find someone to heal him. We just need to find someone to take him off our hands. So we're
Just
not
take him.
morally responsible for him anymore.
Yeah, but your trek is going to take you much longer than the 2 hours.
Yeah. It is what it is.
But you do manage to eventually get him somewhere. They say they'll take a look after him. And they'll do their best. I hope you let them know that he is quite violent.
You will need to strap him down as he has sustained a curse, I believe, that has caused him to see everybody as hostile.
Oh. Poor thing.
Hmm.
Do you know if this individual has any family?
I do not, unfortunately. He was in the puddles, though, if there is any.
Oh, I see. That's much unfortunate. Well, we'll try to keep his suffering to a minimum.
Concern? Are they executing this guy?
You say he's
No.
from the puddles, and they go, "Ugh, poor people."
Well, they're not going to expend resources to heal someone for free.
Yeah. And I'm broke.
They'll put him in a nice cushioned room and try to feed him every day.
How much would it cost? Probably a lot, right?
It depends on the extent. If you know the severity of the curse, we might be able to put a price on it.
Something stronger than this, and he kind of pulls out the moderate focus cathartic. This didn't seem like it would have an effect.
Well, by our best estimate, you'll probably need something around the level of, or around the amount of 300 gold pieces. Anything else?
Look through my stuff real quick.
So much of this is just repairing the damage you guys did yourself.
This was a team effort, guys.
True.
Well, they accept 300 gold pieces of brine dragon materials.
No, but I'm sure someone in the coins would.
Here's some dragon parts. No, exchange it in the coins.
I'll be right back. Heads to the coin.
Do they make him take the guy with him?
Because
No, they'll watch him.
unfortunately, one of Rumble's things is restoring balance.
Listen, in my defense, I didn't know what Confuse did before I cast the spell.
The typical spray move, honestly.
I never cast it before. I learned this cool curse, and now I got to see what it did, and lesson learned, it's bad.
Fidget chats with some goblins and go, wait a minute, Rumple's been gone for at least 4 hours. Where is he?
So you go and you sell off the dragon scale materials.
Might as well sell the lifting belt while I'm here. I really don't need it.
Okay. And sell it for half its price. The materials can go for their full price, though.
I feel bad. Rumble's my friend. I inconvenienced him so much.
Hey, but bonus to this shopkeeper, he just had brine dragon parts just dropped on his desk.
I know.
That's a rare find.
Can't
Yeah.
wait for the Brine Dragon King to send his people at this guy for revenge.
Still have 1,900 gold pieces worth of materials for it.
Should honestly try to oversell him.
I don't think-
With
I don't know if that's in
non-existent
Rumbles.
diplomacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's diplomacy to
Yeah.
haggle.
He'll return and he'll pay for the guy's treatment.
Oh, yeah. Just to make things worse. Because I totally forgot about this. The whole time you've been with this guy, carrying him around and everything, every little thing he does is the most annoying thing you can imagine. Just the mumbling gets on your nerves so outrageously bad.
I mean,
It's a-
to be fair, I've already met him.
Not really. You've gotten a lot more acquainted with him on this journey, and you hate his guts. I'm just like, it's a miserable experience because everything this guy does pisses you off.
I see. I drown him in a puddle. Just kidding.
Wait, you
I
just get to
literally
the
said that was a
hospital.
joke.
You get to the hospital and you're like, all right, here's a 300 gold. Here's 50 more. What's that for? His new injuries, and you take him out back.
But I successfully paid for this guy's treatment. Now
Okay.
I rid my hands of him.
Okay.
I can't wait for Sprite to never consider the consequences of his actions or learn from his mistakes or anything.
You know it's the worst thing? If you had just left him there, eventually they were just going to start mistreating this guy because he would piss them off so much. You really fucked this guy in the worst way.
Yeah.
That's honestly evil.
What's 2 levels lower? Is it the one above hostile?
It's hostile.
Oh, okay.
Well, they wouldn't be hostile to him. They would just be. He would be unliked. Anybody else he meets for the rest of his life is immediately hostile.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're just going to start abusing him if you just left him there.
Oh,
Listen, Rumble convinced me to go against my wishes and pay this man a genuine compliment, and then he betrayed me immediately.
I'm
no
laughing.
one told him not to fuck with Faye.
I'm laughing with you. Not at you.
We're laughing at him.
We're laughing at this guy, yeah.
I just needed to set an example to the rest of the party that if I ever pay you a compliment, you better watch your words following that.
Very threatening to Fidget, who could probably just use a spell to clear the effects pretty
Yeah.
easy. But anyway,
It's scary.
Rumble meets up with you guys about 3 hours after you were supposed to meet up. And we're going to take a break, I think. We're at 2.5 hours in.
Nice.
Damn.
Do I get way more influence because I got 3 extra hours of community service?
No, because you didn't know until you got there, unless I guess you guys could have done more.
I think what
we
would have
could've-
happened was I would go to meet everyone at the goblin area, and then I would just sort of start lobbying with the goblins.
Yeah, because we can just wait outside the Goblin's King Keep for him to show up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just one of those things where like it might take an hour before you guys start like getting worried about what's going on with Rumble.
I think
And
Sprite's
then-
too in the role to even consider that.
Actually, let's see, let me check something.
Also, as soon as I heard about Goblin King Court, I got upset that someone was trying to contest with me for influence of the puddles. That there would be a Goblin King to take away the people's trust and love in the champion of Lysanessa. So I do want to undermine the Goblin King by making all of his people love me more.
This campaign has definitely been very wacky because I hear Goblin King and all I can picture is David Bowie. I'm not sure you want to fight that man, Sprite.
That's true. That Goblin King's got way more charisma than I do.
He just goes around hip thrusting in tight clothing, and everyone falls under his spell.
Oh,
Find that thing you're looking for, Slug?
what was I looking for?
I don't know, you said you were looking for something. So 1 second.
Were you looking up stuff you can do with a crowd?
I don't
So
remember
you're
saying
looking
that.
at your ability.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Like, it doesn't work.
Okay.
I thought I said something out loud about it.
No.
Oh,
All right.
embarrassing.
I'm sorry
Let's-
for distracting you. I just wanted to fill air while you were reading.
Let's go ahead and take a quick break. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. So, after several more hours and corralling some goblins into following you, Sprite, Rumble appears.
Are you okay, Rumble? Do you need healing?
I have not sustained any injury.
Is everything okay? You were gone for quite a while.
What happened?
Turns out that the guards do not take the insane, as so the guard said. And so I had to take them to a hospital in the Coins.
Foreign quarter.
Foreign quarter.
Well, it shouldn't have taken that long. That's only 2 hours.
His treatment was expensive.
Oh,
How much? How much do I owe you?
It did not cost me any money. It just required some of the dragon scales.
Well, it shouldn't be too bad then. How many?
GM, how many dragon scales is 300 gold pieces worth?
I would say 300 gold pieces worth.
What's the conversion rate of dragon scale to gold piece?
About 300 gold pieces worth.
Oh. I mean, well, I don't know if we were going to do anything with it up until now, so makes sense.
I mean, we could have made armor out of it. Or had someone make armor out of it.
That's okay. What's done is done. So, I might have an idea of someone to talk to, but they have not been in the puddles in years.
It has been years.
Okay.
It was about around the time. It was a while back, they said. Like, probably during your journey.
Well,
Well, I
apparently
have-
they were exiled from the puddles for getting into conflict with another group.
Must I use my blessings on them as well?
Looks to Sprite.
I'm
Looks at
so
Sylvanas.
holy. I have my hands together in like a prayer gesture, and there's golden light coming off of me faintly. And there's just a like constant hum of angels around me.
I take it worked.
The average person, yeah. Can't say we met someone from the cult, though. I don't know if we would know if we did. But no one tried to attack us.
Well,
That's
a
good.
positive. I think we're through up in Leeds, at least for now, in the puddles. Should probably head back to Shoreline. That's where the person I know, or used to know, was last seen, said to be living.
okay.
Oh, that's not too far away.
No, it's not. It's quite a walk to get through Westgate and then down. I mean, technically, it's the same as you walking all the way to the foreign quarter.
Kinda
Yeah,
like
I mean,
Potter.
at this point,
That's
you guys
good.
have traveled well into the day. By the time you get to Shoreline, it'll be getting towards evening.
How was the hospitality in the Shoreline?
You mean the puddles?
No, shoreline. If we were to travel there, we'd probably need some place to stay. But if we
That's
don't
where you
travel-
guys stayed before.
That was where Sylvanas' moms live.
Oh, then we're fine.
Like he doesn't even listen, guys.
Hey,
Not
he's not
gonna
a
lie,
native
when you said
here.
he had moved, I thought you were gonna make me walk all the way across Absalom over to Dawnfoot.
Power play.
Well, at that point, I'm just gonna walk across the bank because I can do that.
But all right, so you guys make your way to shoreline. It's getting towards evening now. Are you guys just heading straight for where this individual's rumored to be, or are you doing anything else?
Fidget looks over to y'all and she's like, I would prefer to try to get to my associate as soon as possible.
I hold out my hand to you like a Buddha gesture, and I say, if this is what will comfort you and make you feel at peace, then I support it.
Pat Sprite on the head.
Yeah, we should go talk to him now.
Okay.
Sure. If you're on friendly terms, I don't see why not.
So you guys head out through the shoreline to around the outskirts. It takes a little bit of searching, but eventually you find what appears to be like a little ramshackle hut, not too far off from the waves. As you approach, you see a slightly decrepit old Azarketi with a odd whale tail beard style. Kind of just meandering around, looking out at the waves.
Fidget will walk closer and go, Mr. Roy?
Oh, I recognize that head of seaweed anywhere. Look at you. You seem to be doing well for yourself. Pats you on the head.
And she goes and hugs him.
Gently pats your back.
I have, but it doesn't seem you have. What happened in the puddles?
A lot has happened, child. Oh, you have friends. I don't have much amenities, unfortunately.
No, it's okay.
Well, then
Is
you'll have
this-
to forgive me. He escorts you over to his house and he sits in like a little chair in front. You were going to ask?
Do you need funds? Anything I can do to repay you for your kindness for all those years?
No, no. It's all right. I'm a man beyond his time. I've always lived by the waves, and I'll die by the waves.
These are my friends. And she goes and introduces you all.
What's up?
Everett waves his hand.
Blessings to you from the champion of Vanessa.
We... well, myself primarily, but we seek to try and return the order to what it used to be. As I'm suspecting that's what happened. But unfortunately, if we're going to go anywhere, we need to know exactly what you opposed in the puddles to be cast out.
Well, we were never really in order to begin with. You have some rose-tinted glasses there, Fidget. But we were a small community, and we looked out for our own. That's when that so-called High Priestess came about. Shortly after the news of the Blue Hole, she started to speak with some of our members and even get most of them over to her side. I was never really the active sort, so I just let them be. And as time went on, we started to see more and more people who were calling out to Listenessa. I thought this was a good thing. But with time, the moniker Deep Mother started to come across people's lips more and more, and it felt perverse, like some untrue teaching. At some point, I couldn't stand it anymore, and I decided to confront them about it, but there were so many that had sided with this Deep Mother sect, and they threatened me with violence, saying that I was speaking sacrilege. So I was forced to leave. And that's where you find me here now. Living by the kindness of those fishermen, mostly on the market line.
Are you saying that this priestess isn't really a chosen of Vanessa? She might be lying about it?
If you mean Listenessa, then it's hard to say. As much as I've been given some smattering of gifts from the goddess, I've never once heard her voice or seen any signs from her. But considering that I still bear some of those, I can't say that the way I've been doing things has been wrong. Though, this priestess, the Chosen they call her now, she's brought forth great power. If she has some god's blessing, she is truly favored. But whether it's Listenessa or not, I can't say.
I turn to the group and I say, everyone, this quote-unquote priestess seems to be leading my people astray. Can you all help me to take back the sanctity of the order?
First off, this fidget like taps you on the forehead. You weren't listening. It's a community, as he said. And it's we. Our home. It's not my people, it's we. We've always been a collective group, as my wife's teacher has always said. It's hard not to see it as more when it's the only comfort you have in the puddles.
I don't know. I mean, I am the champion of Vanessa.
You've been paraded around as such in attempts to draw them out. Well, it's a start. Is there anything else you can tell us about this priestess?
As you turn to ask this question to him, he watches you with such soft, caring eyes. I'm sorry, what?
Is there anything more you can tell us about this priestess? A name, what she looked like, anything?
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, her name.
Flips the name card, Uno reverse on the GM.
I don't remember much. All I do know is that she was an Azaketi woman, one I've never seen before. She did have some strange markings on her, but I didn't really think much of it at the time. I want to say her name was Matrona.
Do we get that written down?
I did. Say in the chat.
Oh, did I miss it? I did.
At first, she spoke pretty truly to the Mother of Current's words, but then they became more twisted. She began to say that soon the mother would be free from her prison, and that she would sweep all, land and sea, into her loving embrace. The recent floods were a sign that this Nessa was getting free from her pearl, I believe she said.
Well, she's off to a wonderful start. She's made enemies with the House of Perfection.
Well, he nods. He does not know what you're talking about.
She's made enemies of a powerful faction for attacking them when they were trying to deal with those huddling around the portal for its power.
Portal.
Yes, there's been portals all over. The Blue Hole was one of them. They're portals into the plane of water. Almost like a backup water system to get the currents going back on the plane.
Oh.
And her people have been fighting with others attempting to get the artifacts of Lisa Nessa that are holding these portals open. And she has essentially taken out a few and allowed others to fall into the hands of the minions of Pazuzu and even the Worm King.
That sounds quite serious. he's way out of his depth right now.
I mean, that's fair, but she's trying her best to explain to this old man as best she can. That's why we're trying to figure out what's going on and see if we can stop it, at least on our side.
That sounds quite dangerous.
I mean, I was never one for sitting still. I could never sit through your lessons.
That's true, you've definitely changed. Not quite the drunken mess I found you in.
Yeah, and I am grateful for that.
I'm glad to see you've come a long way. The Mother's currents truly did change you.
And hopefully I can share it with more. I just gotta find my way to this priestess and see if I can figure out the root cause of all of this.
She probably is found within the... I don't think this part is actually updated in the new book.
The underwater section?
Yeah.
I think I saw a mention of it, but I couldn't remember if it was for on the side of the city or if it's more in like the Flotsam graveyard.
And information about the Azuchetti. Do you remember where you saw it?
It was a small blurb. I don't remember exactly where. I'm gonna have to look it up on the online wiki.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find it. There's a small section in the outskirts. Yeah, I know. Well, let's continue. She may be found in the ruins out along the western underside of Absalom, in the old Azuchetti ruins. They tend to use the underground waterways of our people to go to and from. You would need a guide, and I'd love to do so, but my body's too achy, and I'm far too old to be making such a journey.
Do you know of someone who could?
Well, I do know their order is constantly trying to recruit new members. I'm sure if you were to ask them, they'd be more than happy to try to recruit you.
Okay. She like gets back, sits up and all of that, and brushes herself off. Well, I got a long way to go. Should probably go back and get some rest for the night.
Bean. Bean's being loud.
I'll meet you all back at the house.
Are you going on your own?
I'll be along shortly. I have something I need to do first.
I whisper to whoever's next to me. Is Fidget gonna get drunk again? That's what that guy
Probably.
said.
Funny enough, you've seen Fidget sip alcohol. She doesn't seem to get drunk easily.
Yeah, as soon as he said that, Sprite was shocked out of his persona, out of his grand illusions. I can't believe this. I look at Fidget as if I were betrayed.
Why are you betrayed?
My mother is not allowed to do anything bad.
You do drugs.
Yeah?
Okay. She's a grown woman. She can do whatever she wants.
She used to be good and invincible. Always.
What's bad about drinking alcohol?
She did bad stuff.
Leans over, Sprite. I was a lot worse off before Roy found me. Back then, I was constantly getting drunk, getting forced to work on ships for a time before I was eventually returned home. Things are a lot better now. Even the strongest of people have to start somewhere.
Sprite's so confused. His brain is short-circuiting and he just passes out.
Oh.
I'm sure they're fine. We should just get them home.
Everett will pick him up gently.
Looking over, does it seem like the fishermen are in right about now that Roy had mentioned?
Yeah.
Fidget's gonna go over as the group starts to head out and thank the fishermen for taking care of her old friend and offers them a few more golds for their time of taking care of him.
Many of them thank you, and they're like, "Oh, Roy, he was always such a pleasant individual, and ever since he moved out here to Shoreline, he's been there to heal up any of the bumps and scrapes our children get. So a few fish here and there won't make any of us go broke."
It's much appreciated. Here's some coin as well for your trouble and for taking care of him.
Oh, I would give this coin to the old Met Codger if I was you.
He doesn't want it. I tried.
Alright. I'll make sure he gets a nice big juicy one next time he's by.
Thank you.
And smiles and nods. So, you all head back to Sylvanas' mother's place to rest for the evening. Is there anything else anyone wants to do?
pillow fort.
Yes.
And just gently put Sprite in the corner under the pillow fort.
I wake up and I go, I had the worst dream.
No.
You were there, Fidget, and all of you were there too. And we found out that Fidget was doing bad stuff before meeting us, and she got drunk a bunch, and drinked a lot, and I start crying.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
Offers you a handkerchief.
I blow my nose into it comedically hard.
I start rubbing his back with my pinky. Rubbing his back with my pinky.
Everett leans over to Fidget and says, we're not gonna tell him that was real.
It's not gonna hurt them if they don't know.
Okay.
And there's a question because I like Greg was left to your control. Like, how often does Greg go out fishing?
I mean, at least a few times a week. Probably not quite every day, but most days.
Is he like?
But I don't. He doesn't like go out fishing. Like he probably goes out on like a boat, like maybe once or twice a week, and the rest of the time it's just like goes to a dock or something to cast off.
All right, so if he does go, it's like a little teeny boat.
Yeah, he has like a little personal fishing boat that he has now. But he's invested so much money and he has a bunch of passive income. And he has started a fishing business that he has other people go and do now.
I see. Okay.
He did that so that he can have an excuse and easy means of just going on longer fishing trips whenever he feels like it.
It's fair enough. Anything else before y'all turn in for the evening?
Fidget would probably say a prayer to Lisa before bed, but that's all she would do.
Okay.
I want to pray to mommy again. And I tell her all about how I've learned a lot about being a champion or chosen of a god, and I think that'll be very helpful in the future when I'm spreading the word of mommy and being her champion. And I'm really getting that practice in.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll give a little prayer to Callistra outside over some pesh. Just thanking her for the gifts. And...
Okay. So, y'all rest. Sylvanas.
Oh. Hi.
You awaken. Though not in your own bed. You're surrounded by many lavished satin cushions.
Oh,
On a bed that feels like laying on a cloud. Surrounded is a veil of red and a faint, almost torchlight light on the other side.
Alright, so they definitely didn't upgrade the pillow fort. Do I see anyone? Am I alone?
You're just inside, and like I said, there's a veil, and you don't really see anything else. You get out of the bed?
Yes.
Okay. As you exit the bed, you see that the veil concealed what appears to be a large, lavish room with all kinds of nice decor, a nice vanity, and all kinds of things. And there, before you, is a woman wearing some slightly provocative leather armor. Her hair is done up nicely, and she's wearing some bright ruby lipstick. As she looks at you, you are aware that this is an effigy or a presence of your god, Callistra.
My face goes a little flushed. Hi. Hello. Struggling to maintain eye contact.
When she speaks in a very seductive yet domineering tone that I, as a pure mortal, cannot hope to recreate, but I will do my best. She speaks to you and she says, "Why are you so nervous? It's not like we have a relationship of strangers, after all. And how very unpious of you not to make any signs of honorification."
Sorry. You look hot, and the first time really speaking directly. Like face to face.
I appreciate it, and feel free to take an eyeful. I can give you as much as you want.
Sorry, take a what?
An eyeful.
I do so.
Yeah. I mean, I should iterate. It's just, it's provocative armor, but it's not like pure, like barely any cloth there kind of stuff.
I know.
I see that you've been taking to my teachings.
Kind of like rub where the scar is. Yeah.
When I made that bargain with you, I didn't think you would take to it so completely. Maybe it was destiny, if such a thing exists.
It's a nice outlet from stresses of what I was doing. It was a good excuse.
That's what I like about you, my child. You're not so stuffy like other champions tends to be. And I have to admit, some of your awkwardness is cute.
Face even more flushed. Thank you.
No, thank you. Your worship has been particularly delectable. Though I've noticed that you've had some struggles at least. And I figured that you're more the kind to take orders rather than to give them. She whips out, and you hear the snap of a whip, and you find yourself in some tantalizing garb.
Oh.
So I have a mission for you.
What is it?
Nothing particular. Just seek vengeance for the poor old man you found on the outskirts of town. Make those who cast him out pay for what they did.
Are we talking injuring, killing, just making an example, permanently maiming?
She smirks at you, and she kind of struts up to you. All you need to do is remember, I don't want a zealot. I want someone. She places like the handle of her whip against your lips. Who will savor the sting. Then everything around you goes black, and you wake up.
Yeah, I thought you were
What
being
time?
jumped by the witch.
That'd be funny.
Respect the drift.
The hag comes back looking for revenge.
I definitely did sleep in the pillow fort with my friends, even though my bed is kind of. I would have probably want to be sleeping in my bed, but like, what time is it?
Whenever you would normally wake up.
Okay. So everyone else is probably also getting up at this time.
Oh, Fitch has been up.
Ah,
She's helping
yeah.
your mom clean.
Yeah, that's Fidget for you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Everett has his morning voice.
Hey,
So
sleepyhead.
keep it smooth.
You finally up?
Yeah. Just having a pleasant dream.
I had one too.
Raises eyebrow.
At who? Me or Sprite?
At you.
Oh. My mom's here. Let's just say the hot lady was there.
She nods
Oh.
and just like, okay.
Okay.
I get up. And go start daily preparations.
Sylvanas goes to the goon cave.
I'd have to go buy a private workshop so I can do it on the go.
My god demands it. Oh
Man.
no, Callistra's the god of gooners.
No.
I assure you guys, I must spend 6 hours in this private workshop.
Uh,
Please do not worry
Okay, we'll
about.
see you later.
Please
This
do
is
not
my
worry about any
craftsman
sound.
skill.
Please do not worry about any sounds that you hear coming from it.
I made it with love.
I made it with lust.
You were so tired you passed out in your armor.
Crazy.
Well, once we're done with all of our morning activities, guess we better start planning how to infiltrate.
Okay. I think that is a good place to leave us off for today. Y'all can plan and make your move next session. Well, you guys made some progress today. Anyway. But hey, at least we have more information now, and at least William will not have to be caught up on all too much.
And a guy's life is ruined.
Yeah. Slightly less ruined than it was before, thanks to Rumble's mercy. Let's go ahead and do some XP, shall we? So, for being here today, you guys will get 30 XP. Character interpretation, there was a fair amount today. I'll give y'all 20. Difficult actions. I'm gonna give you guys 10. In some form of misguided mercy, you guys spent a lot of time and effort on slightly unfucking that guy that you really fucked in that fight, so I would call that a difficult action. I guess mostly on Rumble's part, but still.
Hey, I set it up.
True.
None of that would have been possible without me.
You know what? Fair, true. You also get credit. For good ideas, yes. Finding some old contacts of Fidget is led to you guys getting a lot of information and getting a name behind the priestess veil. So you guys get 10. I mean, getting people on your side in the puddles is kind of a good idea, but it was also, it's a mixed result. No points giving, but you know,
Can
you
we
guys
get
did
5?
stuff. Do you want 5?
XP is XP.
Yeah.
All right, take
Alright.
5.
Sweet.
No combat XP, as the combat was not lethal. Which means no damage dealt, no damage taken. Face award goes to Sprites. You made a lot of impressions today, good and bad.
I don't see why any of them would have been bad.
Utility award. You know what? We'll give it to Rumble and Sylvanas. Sylvanas, you did play a big part in everything that happened today, so that can only go won't go unrewarded.
Thank you.
And Rumble, your various exploration activities were actually very useful today.
Yay.
The Pity Award. I don't know if anyone was particularly pitiful.
How many times did Alicia speak this session?
Yeah, Everett didn't really have
Yeah, I
any
didn't get to do much.
applicable skills.
All right, Everett, go ahead and get the Pity Award. Everyone has demanded it. Look at you. We pity
Yay.
you.
Give Alicia XP.
So, player nominations and or kudos.
Sprite for his trauma of discovering that Mom Fidget was not always Mom Fidget.
Me discovering the old family photo album of you going out and partying like crazy.
Sure. That was funny. Go ahead and take 10. Any other player nominations and our kudos today?
Good.
Oh, the pillow fort scene at the beginning was awesome. Well, all of it was awesome in general.
Definitely a kudo. Not anything super.
Man. Alicia, real
noteworthy.
judgmental on it. It was good at the beginning. Second time around, it was a bit derivative.
Oh no, I said all of it was good.
You corrected yourself to make us
We
feel
know your
better.
true feelings.
Wow.
I liked Rumble being my best servant.
Oh.
Just sort of carrying me through the water and constantly reminding me, actually, we want these guys to like us.
I will say, for Rumble, sticking to your convictions and helping that man at the cost of 300 gold and resources, go ahead and take a player award.
Yes.
Even if I disliked him by the end of it.
Yeah. I mean, it was not fun, to say the least.
You hated him, but by that point, you'd already gone on a 6-hour journey to help him out. So there's you sunk cost. You had to finish it at least.
Any other nominations and or kudos?
Probably more of a kudo, but I enjoyed the scene with Sylvanas speaking to Callistra. It was a really good scene.
Yeah, it was.
Sure, I think it was a big kind of more character moment. So go ahead, Sylvanas. For being Callistra's best little gooner, go ahead and take it to +10.
I don't know if I want to take this 10 now.
Best little pog champ.
Take the Gooner XP. Get that Goon award.
Only because you said it.
I'd like to
Thank you.
request to add to our list of sort of common awards, most damage, most damage
Best
taken.
gooner.
Yeah, best Gooner. Most
No.
gooning.
If anything, I like to keep the gooning to this episode alone. Thank you.
Only I can goon. How dare you?
Yeah, it's Sylvanas.
Well, yeah, you'll get it like 99% of the time.
Sprites. And Booter mostly. Good job. You were very into participation today. Most of everything was dealt around your character in some form or fashion. So, good job. I recognize the effort and time you put into
Whoa.
the session.
True.
Yay. I felt bad at the end. I was trying to pull back in the end half to not take up so much of it.
I understand that for sure, but I do appreciate your participation, even if it did create a lot of shenanigans. And Fidget, I think you did really well with your roleplay today as well. Go ahead and take a player award.
Thank you.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Any other nominations and or kudos? Okay, that's gonna be it for this session. You guys did learn some new stuff. I mean, Sylvana's got to talk to her god. That's pretty big.
Crazy. I'm gonna go buy a whip and beat a bunch of people up.
I didn't get to talk to my god.
Get a better god.
All right. Vanessa, you're out.
Callistra's in?
I mean, if she talks to me, I guess, maybe.
I'll have to teach you about gooning.
Oh,
Okay. I don't know how this is going to work for me, like, mechanically, but we'll figure it out.
Do I roll my charisma?
I'm just
Is it
thinking
a
more
fort
like,
save?
I don't have those
understand.
bits. Sprite's just a Ken doll down there. Gooning is going to prove difficult for my boy.
I don't think Calestra will particularly like this follower.
Listen, I'm very vindictive and revengeful.
Yeah.
Him in as a swallower instead.
This one's more of a kudo towards Sprite mixing up the name and combining Lisa Nesta and Yila Mancha into the same deity. I thought was very funny.
I mean, just constantly getting Listen S name wrong was pretty good.
Yes, and it was definitely a character choice.
Hey, if it works, it works. Intentional or not. We can just say you were really in character.
Usually,
Yeah.
what I do with Sprite is I'll have those moments where I'm like, is this even right? And most times when I'm playing a character, I'll like go deep into the memory palace to figure it out. But with Sprite, I just go, I don't know, let's wing it. Who cares? It's if it's wrong, that's good too.
But that's going to be it for us. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll hopefully be back on track for the rest of the season. We're getting close to the end. How's it all going to come out? I don't know. How much gooning is going to be involved? Hopefully not a lot. But that's going to be it for us. Thank you all so much. Have a good night.
Have fun gooning.
have a good
Good
night.
night, everyone.
Nighty night.
The gooning begins here.
Good night.